Welcome to session 2 of the unit on HR measurement and audit. In the last session, we had a discussion on HR audit and benchmarking. In this session, we will be discussing about HR accounting, human resource information system, and HR research. After the completion of this session, you will be able to elaborate the meaning, importance, and approaches to human resource accounting, discuss the concept, scope, benefits and challenges of human resource information system, elaborate the concept, significance and types of HR research. Let's first discuss the concept of human resource accounting. The real efforts for viewing the human resource as an asset was started by behavioral scientists from 1960 onwards, who tried to develop appropriate methodology and procedure for finding out the cost and value of the people in the organization. Human resource accounting is the process of identifying and measuring data about the human resources and communicating this information to interested parties. Human resource accounting in simple terms means accounting for the people as human resources. It is the measurement of the cost and value of people to the organization. Human resource accounting as a concept involves valuation of human resources, recording the valuation in the books of account, disclosure of the information in the financial statements of the business. Human resource accounting has two important aspects: investment on employees, value generated by employees. BHEL and SAIL were pioneer in human resource accounting in public sector, whereas Infosys took the lead in software company to value its HR using the Lev and Schwartz model. The philosophy behind human resource accounting is that people are valuable resources of an organization, and information on investment and value of human resource is useful for decision making in the organization. Thus, after understanding the concept, let's discuss the importance. Human resource accounting helps management in employment and utilization of human resources in a cost-effective manner. It helps in deciding the transfers, promotion, training and retrenchment of human resources. It provides a basis for planning about human resources. It assists in evaluating the expenditure incurred for imparting further education and training in employees in terms of the benefit derived by the firm. It also helps in identifying key employees and their cost and value. It helps employees in improving their performance and bargaining power by helping them to understand their contribution vis-a-vis the expenditure incurred. There are two prominent approaches to human resource accounting: cost-based approach and value-based approach. The cost-based approach focuses on the cost parameters. The cost component entails from the time the recruitment begins and ends when the employer terminates the services of the employee. Measurements and reporting of the cost incurred to acquire and develop people as organizational resources is calculated as part of the cost-based approach. The cost of acquiring people, engaging, training and remunerating is calculated at various levels. Some popular models include historical cost model, replacement cost model and opportunity cost model. Moving on, let's discuss the value-based approach. The economic value approach regards employees as assets and measures the economic value added by the employees to the organization's total worth. It aims to measure the benefit created by human resources. The methods for creating the economic value of individuals may be classified into monetary and non-monetary methods. Some popular model includes the Levin-Schwartz model, Herman's model, and the Morse model. Having discussed the approaches, let's understand the limitations of human resource accounting. There is no proper clear-cut and specific procedure or guidelines for finding cost and value of human resources of an organization. There is no universally accepted method of human resource valuation. If the period of existence of human resource is uncertain, valuing them under uncertainty in future would be unrealistic. Absence of demonstrated usefulness. The much needed empirical evidence is yet to be found to support the hypothesis that HR accounting as a tool of management facilitates better and effective management of human resources. There is a constant fear of the opposition from the trade unions that placing a value on employees would make them claim rewards and compensation based on such valuations. After discussing the concept, importance, approaches, and limitations of human resource accounting, let's start the discussion on the fourth measurement system, that is Human Resource Information System. Human Resource Information System is the system used to acquire, store, manipulate, analyze, retrieve, and distribute pertinent information regarding an organization's human resources. HRIS has been derived from the concept of MIS, Management Information System. HRIS helps managers perform the HR function in a more effective and systematic way using technology. Human Resource Management System is generally used interchangeably with another term called the Human Resource Management System. The advantages of Human Resource Information System include reduction in the amount and cost of stored human resource data, availability of timely and accurate information about human assets, development of performance standard for the human resource division, more meaningful career planning and counseling at all levels, individual development through linkage between performance, reward, and job training, high capability to quickly and effectively solve problems, ability to respond to ever-changing statutory and other environment, status for the human resource function due to its capability for strategic planning with the total organization. The various types of human resource management system includes operational, relational, and transformational. An operational human resource management system include basic HR activities in the administrative areas such as payroll and personnel data administration. In a relational type of human resource management system or HRIS, slightly advanced HRM activities which require interaction between a professional source, an HRIS application, and employee or management is included. Example, recruitment and selection, performance management system. The third is transformational, which involves HR activities with strategic character. For example, development of knowledge management portal to maintain a repository of knowledge. HRIS requires money, time and people resource to install, implement and maintain. So proper due diligence is needed in the process of deciding the right HRIS solution. Thus, it is important to understand and identify specific needs of the organization so as to meet its expectations. It is thus a challenge to choose the optimum solution for the organization. In adopting an HRIS, following issues needs to be addressed. First, careful need assessment. What type and size of HRIS should be adopted? Third, whether to develop software or buy and use off-the-shelf software. Should the HRIS be implemented in total or in stages? Some of the popular HRIS vendors or suppliers include Workday, SAP Human Capital Management, Ultimate Software, Ramco Marshall Human Capital Management, ADP and Oracle Human Resource Management System. For example, Oracle Human Resource Management System serves to contribute HRM in 4 ways: complying, automating, aligning and measuring. The various HR modules include Human Resource Module, which is a centralized data repository of all the people management activities. It helps to capture essential details such as personal data, reporting, competencies required for tracking, monitoring, and preparation of various kinds of reports. Statutory compliance can be built into this module. Another very popular module is the payroll module. It helps to automate the pay process by gathering data on employee time and attendance, calculating various deductions and taxes, and generating periodic paychecks and employee tax reports. The other module is the online recruiting. It can be used to garner potential candidates for available positions within an organization. The other module could be Time and Labor Management module. It is designed to collate and analyze employee timekeeping information for the purpose of organizational cost accounting. Training module or Learning Management System. It provides a system for organizations to administer and track employee training and development efforts. Another popular module is the Benefits Administration module. It provides a system for organizations to administer and track employee participation in benefits programs. These programs can range from programs such as health insurance, pension scheme, stock option plans, and profit sharing. Another very important and popular module is the Self-Service Human Resource module. It allows employees to update and use information using a portal view that is personalized to their role, experience, work content, language, and information needs. It allows managers and workers to assess and manage information and transactions in a paperless environment, giving employee access to view and manage their personal information, for example, profile, time off, benefits, or payroll, can reduce the time HR staff spends on mundane clerical tasks. So these are the modules. Now let's finally understand some pitfalls during the implementation of human resource management system or the HRIS. First is lack of management commitment. Successful implementation requires continuous management support in terms of resources and people. Second, poorly done needs analysis. At times it is seen that incorrect decision based on poor needs analysis is done. It is a huge cost to an organization and does not meet the requirements of the organization due to poor needs analysis. Failure to include key people. Key stakeholders need to be involved in the need assessment, design finalization and implementation. There can be lack of buy-in if key people are not included. Failure to keep project team intact. It is important that the project team remains intact right from the inception to the implementation. And finally, very important pitfall is the lack of communication. So with this, we come to an end of the topic on human resource information system. The fifth and the last measurement system that we are going to discuss is human resource research. Research is also used in HR to evaluate HR practices and performance. Research, as we all know, is a systematic and scientific process of collecting information, analyzing the information, and drawing conclusions from decision making. According to Flippo, research is a systematic and purposive investigation of facts with the objective of determining cause and effect relationship among such facts. HR research, like any other research, is a rigorous scientific activity. It is a systematized effort to gain new knowledge. It is also a systematized investigation into the matters of employees with an objective to solve their problems. The various kinds of HR research include applied versus basic research, exploratory versus confirmatory research, and quantitative versus qualitative research. Let's first discuss applied versus basic research. Applied research or application-oriented research is to solve a particular problem in a particular situation or circumstances. Example, reasons for low morale of employees in a particular department. Whereas basic research is conducted to understand underlying principles of human behavior. Example, to understand as to what motivates employee to work hard in an organization. The second is exploratory versus confirmatory. Exploratory research is done to investigate issues that are not understood. Research into the unknown. Whereas in a confirmatory research, the researcher has a fairly good idea of the research problem. The objective is to find out if the theory is supported by the facts. The third is quantitative versus qualitative research. In quantitative research, variables are measured using numeric scales. On the other hand, a qualitative study is based on direct observation of behavior or using unstructured interview. Confirmatory research is generally quantitative in nature, whereas exploratory research are qualitative. Now, let's spend some time understanding the significance of HR research. First, systematic HR research helps in aligning the HR initiatives of an organization with the organizational strategy and its objectives. HR research can provide inputs to design scientific HR systems which are specific to the needs of the organization. It adds to the existing body of knowledge in human resource management. It leads to new, novel, innovative and improved HR policies, programs and practices. Pure HR research focuses on gaining knowledge, finding causes, examining the relationship between variables and developing and testing hypotheses. Whereas systematic HR research helps in understanding the manpower requirement of the organization. Moving on, let's discuss some of the approaches to human resource research, which include historical research, case studies, survey research, experimental studies, and exploratory study. A historical research traces the origin and development of HR problems based on past records to solve and understand causative factors. In a case study method, analysis is done to understand how an individual or an organization has handled a given problem. In a survey research, researchers collect data from a representative sample population, analyze it, and draws conclusions. Data can be collected through questionnaire or interview method, or both. For example, research on job satisfaction or absenteeism. The next is the experimental studies. In this form of study, we examine as to how one variable influences another. Examines the behavior of one variable when the other is constant to establish causal relationships. Example, influence of incentive on outputs. The last is the exploratory study. Such study lay emphasis on discovery of new ideas and insights. The HR research in general will follow the same steps as is followed in any research process, which primarily includes formulation of problem, setting of objectives, formulation of hypothesis, deciding the methodology of this research, collection of data, analysis and interpretation, and finally preparation of the report. Now the question is, who is primarily responsible for HR research? The initial responsibility of conducting HR research lies with the personnel department and can be assisted by line supervisors and executives at all levels of management. Trade union, educational institutions, private research groups and government agencies can also contribute to HR studies. What are some of the popular or prominent area where HR research is being conducted? So, some of the prominent area includes training and development, selection, attitude and leadership, and measurement devices. Some other common areas in which basic relationships are explored to help in decision making include turnover, absenteeism, employee engagement, job satisfaction, training effectiveness, and culture assessment. With this, we conclude the topic of HR research. Thus, we studied 5 HR measurement systems that help us to realize HR contribution in productivity and performance of an organization, which include HR audit, benchmarking, HR accounting, human resource information system, and HR research. With this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you and happy learning.